And I am live. It says I am live. Okay, well, then I should tell people I am live. Let's hit the Twitter on this one. That's not the way to tweet. Okay. Live now on YouTube. Of course, if you're watching this, you obviously know that. Hey, hello, one person. I am live now on YouTube. And as the video says, or as the title says, I'm going to rip apart a kimono. This kimono. Okay, oh, and once again, I don't know why, but YouTube feels it necessary to email me and tell me that I am live now. I kind of know that already. So, I am going to tear apart this kimono. This perfectly good looking kimono. Smells like it's been in storage for a while, though, because it has. The reason being is actually I am going to use this kimono to make ties. At least ties, maybe something else. I'm not sure. But, quite a few years back, about 4 years back, I started making ties, and I made nearly 100 ties for a, what was it called? The Kyushu Creators Market. There should be a video about that somewhere, at least the Kyushu Creators Market. I'm not sure if I ever made a video about my time selling my ties at the Kyushu Creators Market. I'm not sure. But I have made, I think I've passed over 100 ties now that I've made. Some of them, most of them just out of like regular material, tiger pad, blue, what's that, camo, Japanese cats, various English. I got more. Oh, onigiri tie, very Japanese flower pattern. Oh, all kinds of stuff. This one could give you a headache if you look at it too long. Just anything that I found interesting. Oh, multiple color variations on the alphabet one. Soda pop bottles, kind of a patchwork looking one. So anything I found interesting. But the one that I like the most is actually I tore apart a kimono previously. This was a kimono I found at a used clothing store called West Coast, actually. And how many did I manage to make? It was a full adult-sized kimono, and I think I managed to get 6 or 8 ties out of it. I've kept one, and I've put, I listed the others on Etsy, and I sold one to someone in Texas, and she was happy with it. Oh, right, a Halloween tie. That's right, I made that. I made some Halloween ties, too. Another kimono tie. Yep, kimono. So I made ties out of kimonos and yukata, which yukata is like a summer weight kimono. I've kept one of each for myself, and then these ones for sale. And what the heck has gotten on this? Oh, no. No, sorry, that's just dusty. And the rest is pattern. I can clean that. That's just dusty. No problem. I thought there was something on it, but that's actually the pattern of the pattern. I think it makes a beautiful tie, actually. And I know the style right now is for more skinny ties, but I like the fatter tie because the skinny ties just doesn't give you enough acreage, doesn't give you enough area to really show off the pattern. So I want to get back into making some more ties because I haven't made any. I think I made one last year. I made myself a Christmas tie, which I got to find. So, and while I love making things, and I like making these ties out of regular material. Actually, I have some Kimetsu no Yaiba. I've got 3 different Kimetsu no Yaiba pattern materials that I want to make ties out of, and I want to get to them very soon. But I really love making ties out of the kimonos. I think it's great. One of the reasons is because I found the ties available in Japanese stores to be boring, honestly. So, Oh, that's the stuff that goes inside the tie. Why is that piece in there? Don't know. So I am going to, yeah, all of these I had these listed. Whatever. I think it's really time to get to what I said I was going to do. It is time to start tearing this apart. Not only will I think the kimono material itself make a pretty nice tie, I also really want the liner because this is a nice, I think it's silk. So the is here. Hey, I'm going to start. Now there's a couple spots where this looks like it got wet or something, so I won't be using them. But the parts that are good, the silk, I use them as the inner liner of the other ties, of the regular. Although this one looks like satin. I probably ran out at that point. The silk liner from this kimono lasted me for quite a number of ties, probably 60 or so. And then I ran out and had to start using white satin, which is very nice too. But I do like being able to use the silk. Like that one. This one here, this blue camo tie, has a kimono silk liner in either end, in that end and in the small end. And I think it's just a nice little detail. This one looks like it was a little stained in places, so those will get pitched. But anywhere that it's good, it looks like it'll be more pitched than I thought. As long as the outside isn't visibly stained, that's fine. But the liner should give me quite a number of good spots for tie liner, because you don't really need that big a piece for the liner. So enough talk, time to get ripping. And I have a handy dandy stitch ripper, which there should be a clear cap to it that you stick on the end and give it a little longer handle to it, but I can't seem to find it. Oh wait, I just found it. Of course, it migrated towards the bottom of the bag. And there go my pins, my needles. I'll get them later. Okay. Oh, it's cracked. Still work. So, handy dandy stitch ripper, time to get cracking or ripping. And feel free to throw in some questions, because I can stitch rip and answer questions at the same time. Okay, first one. Here we whoop. Well, that was unceremonious. I was going to get it close up on camera, and it just popped right through the stitch. Or I slipped. I'm not sure. But, oh, yeah, it went through. There we go. We're started. So, we're going to start by taking off the left sleeve. And actually, kind of interesting. Back when kimonos were regularly worn, the sleeves were taken off quite regularly. Actually, the whole kimono was taken apart into panels quite regularly to clean, I believe. If you were, if an upper class lady and they were going to clean your kimono, they would take it apart and sew it back together multiple times. And every time it had to be cleaned. Okay, now where is this stitch? There's a stitch right at the end here holding it together that I'm just not seeing. Or it's just an extra tight one. I think I got it. I got it. There we go. Okay. We're making headway. I will not get this thing all ripped apart in one go, because there are a lot of stitches to take apart, but we'll see how much I can get during this first live stream. Betsy Kramer's asking me, what am I going to make? I'm going to make, at the very least, I'm going to make some neckties out of kimono. I have some kimono neckties. These need ironing. They look a little rumpled, but that's because they've been lying in a bag. These I made these 4 years ago and sold one on Etsy. I'm quite willing to sell more of them. I just never got around to renewing the listing on Etsy after they ran out. They list for 3 months, and then Etsy wants you to pay again, list again, and I just never renewed it. If there's any interest, I will renew them. Right now, the only thing for sale on my Etsy page is the e-coloring book. I might make some other stuff too. I thought about making a dice bag, actually, because I quite like dice as well. How is that done? Man, I am much more inclined to take apart kimonos than make them, I think. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I got it. Whatever was holding it, I got it, and it just started to come apart pretty easily. If I'm lucky, that should speed up the process, well, at least the process of getting this one sleeve off. Once I got the sleeve off, I then have to detach the liner. Although that looks like it's not going to be too hard. This was, like, I don't know if I said this was a children's kimono. I think I fit. Yeah, I'm going to try this on before I totally tear it apart. Oh, my arm just barely fits out the armhole. Oh, what's my Etsy store name? Spark Ties, actually. Oh, man, that is tight. Oh, geez, can I get this back off now? Doesn't close, and I don't think the kimono actually. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Oh, I think it was made the job of getting it apart easier. I heard a few stitches rip. Oh, come on. That was not my smartest idea. Yeah, so Spark Ties, which currently the only thing listed is not a tie listing, but my e-book, my e-coloring book. Oh, come on. There we go. Almost got it. There we go. Okay, not doing that again. I have put adult kimonos on before, and that fit easier. I bought another kimono. I wonder where it went. I have another kimono I'm going to take apart for ties. This one was given to me. Actually, I was given a huge load of kimonos and obi, the belts, and most of them, honestly, most of them went to the garbage. Well, recycling. They went to a recycling center, which no longer accepts clothes. But I was given a whole bunch, and from a student's mother who had heard that I made stuff out of kimonos, and I went through them. And actually, my mother was here when I got them, and we went through them together. And one thing I did was subject them to an iron test. Everyone I thought was just not usable, that went right to the going to be recycled pile. Anyone that looked like might be usable, I held up a hot iron. I put it onto the hot iron to smell what might come out, because I made the mistake. Well, it wasn't really a mistake. I bought one kimono to make ties out of, and it had been stored in mothballs. And once you put the iron to it, that mothball smell comes right out. And it was horrible. So any kimono that smelled like mothballs, it went right into the recycling. No matter how pretty it was, no matter how good I thought it was going to be for making a tie, it smelled like mothballs. It was unusable. Oh, I think I might have just slightly ripped. I might have put a slight rip in there. Got to be more careful. So yeah, this one was one of the ones that didn't smell, and I thought would make a good tie. So it's getting torn apart. But I did buy at a recycle shop, a used store in town, this beautiful blue kimono on sale. I think I got it for like 500 yen, cheap as anything. Maybe a little bit more, but it was regularly message retracted. Okay. It was it's quite pretty, and I'm not sure where it is. I've actually got a whole bunch of material to make into ties. Even my mother brought me some for Christmas one year, and I haven't made any lately. It's been quite a while. I've got so many. I just stabbed myself. I've got so many things I want to make and like to make that I don't get around to doing all of them. Ooh, am I almost at the end of the sleeve? I think I am. But the liner is still connected. I do remember from the last time I did this, well, I've done it twice now, taking apart kimonos, that it just, you keep thinking, I'm almost done. Nope, lots more stitches. I'm almost done. Nope, lots more stitches. And then all of a sudden, you're done a section when you thought there was going to be more stitches. It's just kind of weird. I mean, these stitches that hold it together seem pretty loose. And they're obviously hand stitched. They are definitely not machine stitching. Quick post. I did that once with insulated coveralls. I had to go and find someone to pull it off my shoulders. Not fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I managed to get out of it. I just won't be stupid enough to put this on again. Of course, it won't have a sleeve in a few moments. Hopefully, a few moments. I'm having trouble with the stitch. I'm having trouble finding this stitch, and I don't want to put in any more rips. Oh, there we go. Come on, come on. There we go. No, there we don't go. What is holding on here? Oh, there's a knot. I see. There we go. There was a very little knot. Wouldn't go through the stitch hole, and that was holding me up. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Sometimes they'll just pop like 6 stitches out and just one smooth go. This, I mean, that's one reason that kimonos have to be so expensive, is because it's not machine work. It's all hand done, by the look of it here. Of course, this could be an older kimono. I don't know about modern made kimonos. Although when I go past the kimono store nowadays, even I look and I go, oh, I'd love to make a tie out of that. And I'm looking at a multiple $1,000 kimono. And whew, it's like the most gorgeous ones are the ones I just cannot afford. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. One sleeve is off. That is the first sleeve disconnected. Oh, that's coming up pretty easy. The liner is separating pretty easy. Okay, well, I mean, that's the way to go. Okay. Sometimes I thought I'd like to do not necessarily kimono, but like yukata design. Yukata, like I said, is the summer weight, the thinner. This was a woman's yukata. Men's yukata design, because the men's yukatas are generally boring, which is also why I made the ties, because the ties in Japan stores are generally boring as crap. It's all lines, just lines, different colors, or solids. They're so boring. I mean, even give me some good anime ties, man. The thing is with ties here, they're all too bloody serious. Anyone who's wearing ties, it's like they're businessmen, and they cannot be. It's like the businessmen are not allowed to show any kind of joy at all at work with the ties they got. They're just, oy. So I don't think my ties are going to sell very well to Japanese people, but I kind of hope that that foreigners would be interested in my kimono ties, and for my more playful ties, I think people like teachers. Even school teachers, even here in Japan, if they got to wear a tie, but have something that the kids could find interesting. It works. I mean, I almost wear nothing except my own. Okay, I wear almost no ties except. That was almost a weird thing to say. I wear almost no ties except the ones I make myself when I go teach classes. The only time I don't do that is occasionally I wear the Harry Potter tie I bought for a Halloween costume, because it's a Harry Potter tie. And once I wore it in I don't know how many years since I started wearing ties again. Well, since 2016 when I started making these ties, I think I have, other than the Harry Potter tie, the only tie I have worn that I did not make was this one. I think I picked it up in Okinawa. It's this tie with whale sharks, and I like that tie. So, we're almost. Am I almost through? No, I think I'm about halfway down the liner of this one sleeve. It is. Oh wait, no. I got. Okay, I guess it is halfway because it's halfway on one side. Okay. I think I gotta turn that the other way. Right side out is best, or not. Like I said, every time I think I'm almost done a section, I find it's a lot more stitched than I thought. Okay. Sometimes you get the urge to just rip and yank, and that's just an urge to not give into. Okay. I think I gotta take this apart next. It is a multi-hour process. So, yeah. But then so is making the ties. I think partly because my setup was bad when I did it before. I had I would set up on the dining room table, and on one side of the table I'd lay out the ties and draw the pattern on it and cut it, and then I'd walk around the table to the sewing machine and sew the two halves together, and then go back to the other side and cut out the liner part, and then walk back around the sewing machine and sew it in, and then walk back around and iron and sew. And it took me about 3 hours to make a tie, which I think is just too long. I have to get faster at it. 3 hours just seems long. I mean, I watched a how-to video about making ties, and I'm pretty sure it didn't take that guy 3 hours. Of course, he also had a nice setup, nice bench, nice smooth workflow. Didn't have to walk all the way around a table every time. I think I might be able to speed up too if I were to. I would do one tie at a time. Cut one, sew one, cut, sew, iron, start the next. I think if I did the pattern for like 10 or 20 or so on one side, run through all of that, and then sew them all, and then put the liner in them all, probably go a little faster. Streamline my process. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. One thing I do get to do is watch a lot of streaming video while I make the ties. Not watch, more of listen to. Although I do that now for doing dishes and cooking as well. I have gone through every episode of Friends on YouTube, on Netflix, which I don't know the availability in North America, but Friends is still on Netflix in Japan. I heard it was leaving YouTube. Again with the YouTube. Netflix. I heard it was leaving Netflix. But it's still on, and I have gone through the entire series probably about 4 times now. I think maybe I'm on my 4th time. I don't know, because I watched it all one time while making the ties, and then I was watching other things, and then I heard, oh, it's going to be gone. Oh, I better watch it one more time while cooking, cleaning, whatnot, and got all the way through it. It was like, well, a couple months left. Go through it again, and got all the way through it, and it's still on. So I'm going through it again. But that's become just my washing dishes and cooking show. For ties, I guess I was doing it for drawing too, but actually, no. Drawing pictures, that was more of a Star Trek thing. I went through all of Next Generation, and then Deep Space Nine, and Voyager, and then Enterprise while drawing. And although I've started rewatching Voyager now because I started listening to the Delta Flyers podcast, where the guy who played Paris and the guy who played Harry Kim, they go through and review and talk about, well, not review, they talk about their experiences of making the show. 1 episode a week in chronological order. So, I was listening to a podcast, watching the show, listening to a podcast, watching the show. And actually, I've gotten way ahead of them on the show, although I'm behind the podcast that they have made, but I'm ahead of them in watching the show up to where they have made podcasts of, if that tracked. Okay, this is the end of the sleeve where it's curved, and it is really stitched up. I got like 4 layers of stitches to go through here, It's taking me. Okay, there we go. Taking me longer than I thought, because everywhere else it was just a single line of stitches, and here it is 4 across the whole section. Yeah, well, I probably can't see that. It's just a rather old webcam, not even HD. A lot of the time I use my action camera for streaming now or Zoom meetings, but it's a wide angle lens. And so you'd be seeing to the stairway and to the wall, and didn't really need a wide angle lens for this. Although if I was streaming from my desktop system, I would have to use that because I don't have any other web camera for that. This is a older laptop I'm on. But I thought, stream from the nice comfy couch. So, I know Surly Ogre's here. And isn't it easier to cut it close to the hem? To just cut it? It might be. Probably would be. I don't know. I kind of want to get as much of it as I can, I guess. I don't know. I never even thought of cutting it apart. I don't know. I did it this way for the other two, and I just thought, yeah, I never thought about it, honestly. Probably would be quicker. But if I cut it, I don't know. If I cut it, I worry about being straight enough. I don't want to waste any. I just think if I got it wider, I've got more options. Like I can go right out to. If I cut it, I've got a centimeter less. If I've got this edge here, I can draw my pattern on it right out to that edge, depending on what I want to focus on as the body of the tie, and this edge would get folded under and sewn on the into the back to the inside of the tie. Anyway, you'd never see it, so that just gives me another centimeter to play with. I guess I'm just justifying. I don't know if that's my real reason, but I'm justifying ripping it. But it is a legitimate reason, I would think. It does give me a little bit more area. Just trying to think of a different word. Like a real estate. That's the word. It gives me more real estate, I was going to say. That would have been a better word, but it just didn't come to mind. Until too late. Sometimes I got lucky and I could open it up a bit and manage to just kind of run multiple stitches, but you do run the risk of cutting something. Oh, I just got to the sleeve outlet and the liner loops there. Okay, I see what I gotta do. This does not make for fascinating viewing, I know. But when else are you ever going to see someone disassemble a kimono? Probably never. I doubt there's too many kimono disassembly videos on YouTube. Usually you see making videos more than breaking videos. Not that I'm not breaking anything. Well, the liner is ripped here. This kimono, I think, has been well loved, but it was going to go into the garbage. So hopefully now it can get a new life, at least parts of it can, as multiple neckties. I will definitely be keeping one. Hopefully someone will be interested in some. Anyone want some ties? Let me know. Seriously, if you're interested in any of these ties, I will put them up on Etsy. That is easy enough done. The ones that were already on, like these kimono ties, are just an inactive, and the yukata ties are an inactive listing. That can be reactivated easily. Anything else I got to make a new listing for? That's not hard. It's costing what, like, was it 35 cents per listing for 3 months? Is that right? I might be wrong. It has been quite a while since I have put up a new listing on Etsy other than the coloring book, which, please check out if you'd like to. Spark Ties. What exactly is my URL? I usually list it at the bottom of my regular videos. Let's see. Let me look up a video. YT Studio. Pretty sure it should be, like, even in the latest 7-star cookies. Star 7 cookies. That's a weird name. I guess I gotta go to the video. No. Quiet. I'm not running someone else's ad. I don't want to do that. I don't know how that really would work for things. Okay. I never use YouTube on my phone. There's my description. No, I put the link to my coloring book on the videos. It doesn't actually, it's not the Etsy main page, but the coloring book is there. And if you go click on that, it'll take you there. Demolition videos are fun to watch, especially demolition gone wrong videos. Yeah, well, I don't want this to go wrong. I mean, basically, that wouldn't be that interesting. This going wrong means I rip the material or stab myself in the hand. That might be interesting, but then I get blood all over the material and wouldn't be able to use it. I just about stabbed my hand, right? Just as I said it, Yeesh. Speak of the devil, and he shall stab your hand. No, that's not right. We're almost got the liner separated. Okay. Oh, well, it's just falling apart. It wants to go. There we go. Okay. I have my first panel free, and there's a couple spots on that, but I think there is enough real estate here that actually this part here could make quite a nice tie. It's going to be a very light colored one, but, well, the white background. There's a bit of staining up here, but I think, you cut the two parts off. You cut the main body down here. Oh, wait. Yeah, a bit of staining there. I wonder how about the other side. I'm picky. Can't help it. That one's worse. Well, we'll see. If I can't use that for a main body, I'm sure there are sections of this for the other end of the tie. It's a thinner cut. It's about 3 times the width of that, I think, regularly. There are spots on this I could use this part to cut tail ends for the tie fairly easily, I think. And we got some liner. It needs a little more sectioning, but I think. Oh, yeah, that's still together. There's definitely some parts that are no good for that, or that meant to be fluff too. That's fluff. There are some stained sections I would not want to use, but with some strategic cutting, it is usable. That can be done. I'm not going to take that apart any farther right now. I think I'll go to the next sleeve. Let's go on. Did I make all the ties on the front page? Yes, I made every single tie that is shown on Etsy. And, well, I mean, I've got pretty much all of them here in a box, actually. I can do a quick show and tell. Show and tie-tell. I did at the beginning of the video a bit, but let's see. Anything I didn't show? I showed that. Any particular color tie you'd like to see? I do like my onigiri tie. I don't have one of those myself yet, though. Pink, rather Japanese pattern with cats, and these balls are like a girls' day kind of thing, so that probably would not sell to Japanese men. I have that in blue as well. Tiger! I'm pretty sure I have cut the pattern for this for mine and haven't made it yet. It's been sitting in the closet. The ties I make for myself, I actually make longer. It looks like a pretty long tie, but this is pretty much a standard length. And for me, when I wear a tie that's a standard length, I have to start tying it very short. So when I make the ties for myself, I add another, I don't know, about 10 centimeters. I can't remember exactly. Like I said, it's been a while. I add extra length onto the tie so that I have enough of a tail on the tie to tuck through the loop at the back. This one barely makes it. It doesn't really. Actually, I think I tied that little. Oh, that's about right. That's about right for me. So I do like that. I love that one actually. Makes me think of Udaseatsura, Lamchang. What else we got? Colorful. I like colorful. I definitely like colorful. So like this, I have one of those myself. Wear that fairly often. Love this Japanese. I think it's like an ume, a plum flower pattern. I have that in multiple colors. Very kind of a patchwork. This to me looks like a lot of. There's a Korean, not Korean. There's a traditional kurume. Kurume, that's a city not too far from here. Fabric manufacturing process, kasuri, I think it's called kasuri cloth, and it's some of the patterns remind me of that. Wall, I don't know, I like it. License plates. This also came in blue, and after I made some of the brown ones, I thought, oh, I should get the blue one too, and I went back and they were sold out. I really wish I'd gotten some of that blue, just for myself even, to have one. Pink letters. I have a blue one of that myself. Sometimes Kumiko bought stuff like Kumiko bought this one, said it would make a good tie. She thought it would make a good tie, so she bought that pattern, that cloth for me. Cars, for car lovers. Did I show that one before? Kind of like a rabbit in there, I think. I'm not really sure. Oh, that one got squished. I got to iron that again. That one got squished. Various colored chili peppers. I gave one of those to my friend. Orange bricks. Again, got squished. These were nicely laid in here very carefully. I also made a Star Wars tie. I got this great tie. I love it. I didn't have any Star Wars ties. Couldn't get any Star Wars ties. So I got this cloth that has just a whole bunch of stormtroopers and then a Darth Vader in the center every so often. Hi, Patatube. And I love that Star Wars tie. And I thought, oh yeah, I got to put this on Etsy. And then I noticed on the edge, it was in Japanese, but it says, you're not allowed to sell anything you make from this cloth. So can't put that on Etsy. Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I have one of these cut too. I haven't made mine yet. I love this this brown, almost like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a sacking kind of looking material. I've got another one like this. It's not the shamrocks or clovers, I should say, not shamrocks. I do like this color, and I believe I've got another one of these too, cut to my size, ready to be made, and I haven't yet. And I should have put this up on Etsy for St. Patrick's Day, but I did not. I think I've only got one of those made for sale, and I think I'm kind of running through most of the variety. Yeah, another Halloween tie. Oh, that is so scrunched up. Gotta iron that. They iron out quite nicely and easily. So yeah, Halloween. Oh, there's a blue, the cat one in blue. Yeah, I gotta take a little nicer. Well, they're not being badly taken care of. They just in a bag and it got moved around. Oh, another yukata tie. I quite like these ones too. I actually bought. I almost made another yukata into ties. I found this yukata. I thought, oh, this is gorgeous. This will make great ties. It was at a store, 500 yen, and Lee said, I want it. And it's like, okay, there you go. You're lucky. I was gonna make it into ties. There, green of that plum pattern. I actually sold a number of ties to people at Shobodan, actually. They were, one of the other Shobodan members was getting married. They were going to his wedding, and so they had me make ties for like the wedding and the reception. That was cool. So I should put those away and get back to tearing off another sleeve, I think. So yeah, lots of ties. I got ties everywhere. Ties everywhere, ties. That was me, so. Oh, but I got. Here, 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm just grabbing. Oh, here's another tie. Oh, this one. Okay. Guess I don't have any of these to sell. This is one of my ties. This is made to my length. These apples and oranges, I quite like that. So to compare, if you look, we'll line that up. One of the kimono ties, which I made on standard size, compared to mine. Well, it's not that much longer. Mine is about, maybe about 10 centimeters, 3 inches or so longer than a regular length tie. Actually, I had my ties when I went to the creators market, and a guy came along and said, "Oh yeah, I got a big neck too. I want one of those longer ties." And he bought one that I brought just for display. This marble, all these marble patterns tie, and I hadn't planned to sell that. And I thought, well, I'll have to make myself another one. 4 years on, still haven't made myself another tie of that. Really gotta get to it. Okay, so I am going to make myself a nice Kimetsu no Yaiba tie with this and another one. Oh, it's still wrapped up. Come on, let's rip that off. There we go. And another one with the characters. I think Kumiko brought this one home for me. Uh-oh. That's not going to work. That is not going to work because I have to make the tie this way, and everyone's going to be sideways. That is not going to work. So I will make it work. Okay. One thing I did one time, actually, Kumiko asked me to make a tie for Doctor turning 60. And one of the presents you give to a man turning 60 is red items of clothing, red hat, red underwear, red tie. She asked me to make a red tie. We just bought this red cloth. I was just making the red tie. And then I think it was Kumiko's idea, or maybe I suggested it was her idea. I took a piece of this yukata and I cut the red cloth, sewed in the strip of the yukata, and then cut the pattern out so it had red at the bottom, and then diagonally in it the yukata piece, and then red at the top, and it was beautiful. I almost didn't want to give it to him. I can do the same thing for this. Get some blue cloth or some cloth that matches with it nicely, and then have a character centered right in the tie. That could work. If I did it diagonally, I don't know. I mean, I know that people say you're supposed to make ties diagonally because it makes them stronger or tie better, but that doesn't work for well, for using these kimonos for the tie, because if you do it diagonally, it's not going to fit anything. Unless I do the same kind of thing I was saying, use a swatch of the kimono among regular cloth. That might be what I have to do for this. Unfortunately, that is just not enough. I can't remember if Kumiko bought this and brought it home and said, here, you can make one out of this. I think that's what it was. And she wasn't looking at how the cloth ran, unfortunately. Oh well. I'll make it as a part of the tie instead of just the whole piece. I'll make it as a part, and I can, like I say, I can focus on an individual character. I can make myself a series of those ties, one of each character. How many characters are on there? Man, I'm going to make myself a lot of ties if I do that. We've got Tanjiro and Nezuko and Zenitsu and Inosuke, and is that it? If it is, I only have to make 4 ties. Nope, there's that other guy. Oh, what's his name? I can't think of his name. The guy who doesn't kill Nezuko from the beginning. That looks like it's it. So that would be 5 ties then. I might do that. I might. We'll see. I don't know. I'm actually starting to feel kind of cold because it's like 1:30 in the morning and I don't have the heater on. That's okay. Let's see. I'm thinking one more sleeve and we'll be calling it a night because there's just no way I can finish taking this thing apart in one night. Splicing 2 pieces of fabric makes for a more interesting tie. It does. For some things, for something like this, I just think, go with the pattern as is. Most of the ones I've done are like that. But a piece of the kimono. Actually, no. If I did it with this, that could work out quite nicely too. To avoid those places where it's somewhat stained, I could just use a piece where it's not. That could work. Although I do want to make a tie of completely just the kimono fabric as well. I think that does look quite nice. But this what's it called? Splicing? Yeah, the splicing does look gorgeous. Actually, I do have a plan. I've had a plan for several years now. Just never gotten around to starting it. Is to take. I mean, I am kind of a pack rat. I have not thrown away anything. Really small pieces of fabric I threw away, but anything of a decent size, I've kept, and I want to actually quilt them and make it like a quilt tie. That's been my secret plan. Now the cat's out of the bag. I gotta get to that. I got time this week. Maybe I should do it. I should try it. It's been a while since I've used the sewing machine, though. Could work. Bits of kimono, bits of yukata, bits of whatever in there. It could look pretty cool. I think that would take quite a lot of extra time, though, because there'll be a lot more cutting and sewing. But it could be really worth it. Okay. Yeah, so how long have we been going at this? Wow, 49 minutes already? Ooh, it's taking me a bit longer than I thought. Not really. Something moved. Use the same kind of fabric or it will shrink. Well, that's the thing, is that this kimono fabric is very different from like this kind of fabric. It's completely different. So if I use it as a swatch, I really don't have any option but to use different kinds of fabric. I don't even know what you call this stuff. I mean, is it silk? Is it a rough silk? I'm really not sure. It's kind of interesting to iron. Gotta be careful with it. And I'm pretty sure the liner is silk. I think it is. I hope it is. I think it is. Thank you, Panatube. The quilted idea. I mean, it's something I've been thinking about for ages. And just, I mean, it's not just with ideas of making things. I've got ideas. I've had ideas for videos. I thought, oh, I'd love to make that, and it never gets past the idea stage. There's so many. What I need is, well, 1 million subscribers wouldn't be bad. I need to actually up my YouTube game. If you look at the, that's going to be better. The requirements for being partnered on YouTube, it's one of the things that says, well, you have to have over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours over the past year of video views. And I haven't really looked at my analytics in ages, but just the other day I did, and I'm at 3,700. I'm 3,000 hours shy of what I need to be partnered, but I'm still partnered. So I'm hoping that's just for new partnering, but I'd kind of like to bring up the view hours just in case they decide to check. So please go rewatch your favorite videos. Click on the likes, share them to family and friends, to social media, whatnot. I could use a few more. Could definitely use a few more viral videos. A few more. I've only had one, and it's not even really viral. Apparently, the definition of viral now is it's got to be like over 1 million views in a day or something like that. Is what they call a viral video now. So my quail hatching video didn't quite qualify. It made it to 800 and some thousand views over 5 days or something. So, but as I said before, I call it going bacterial. It's not as bad as a bacterial infection is usually not as bad as a viral infection. So let's talk about flesh-eating bacteria. But something that doesn't quite qualify as viral, but is suddenly way more views than you're used to getting, I call that going to bacterial. YouTube keeps changing the rules and making it hard. I'll do my share by doing a Sparkus marathon this Thanksgiving. Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Repatitube. Oh, almost got that one came off. That one came off a lot quicker. Oh, hey, I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but now I can put on a sleeveless kimono. That looks stupid. And again, I'm having trouble getting it off. And I ripped a few more stitches. So I hope they're stitches. Yep, stitches. Well, that makes it easier to take apart later. And this definitely has been in storage for a while. I have actually thrown these kimonos in the washing machine. Probably, if you wear it as a kimono, you're definitely not supposed to do that. But since I'm not wearing them as a kimono, they are fabric to me. I have thrown them in the wash, and I might do that with this one. Throw it into a washing net, or even after I've made the ties. I have washed the ties in the washing machine. Probably if it's going to be a multi-fabric tie, dry cleaning would be better. Don't know. Create a playlist for my long run. You doing another run? Yeah, good luck with that. I'm okay for a long walk. Well, when I'm in shape for a long walk. I didn't do, well, not walking, but the other day I walked down the road, slapped on some rollerblades, and did about just under 7.5 kilometers of rollerblading, and then walked back home another half kilometer again. That was nice. I enjoyed that. Good exercise. I love rollerblading. My rollerblades are broken though, so I gotta put them on with tape. You got a plastic strap that usually ratchets in and locks closed. That has snapped on both skates. So I taped my legs up like I was a hockey player. Any exercise is good. Yeah, that's true. Not too much exercise over the past days. The past few days, I had another sick day. 2 days, 2.5. But actually, I had almost 2 months without. That was so nice. Hoping to get another couple months without again. But for about there was several weeks, about 3 weeks. Was it in October when I didn't post any videos because I was really, 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 really busy. Didn't get much exercise then either. I got the video. I got to edit together. I had meant to do it today, didn't get to it. Maybe tomorrow. Of what kept me busy for those 3 weeks. Or Patitube knows. I talked to him about it. If he remembers. That video should... Ow! Stab myself. That video should go up soon. Yeah, it's starting to come back to me. I'm getting quicker at this. There we go. Now, yeah, this next part is actually the longer part, though. Getting the bottom of the sleeve, the quadruple stitched section is the longest. Yeah. We're very question light this live stream. Who's still around? I'm guessing Sulioger, Bitsy, and her Patitube. The project is impressive. I was blown away. Oh, yeah. That's what we were just talking about. Yeah, I've got to get the video done on that. It's going to be... I made several things, but I have no video of the making of it because I was just too busy. I just didn't have time. I didn't need the stress of setting up cameras and making sure I had good camera angles. So yeah, it's just the after only, or maybe partway through it, a couple of them. But yeah, it looked good. It looked good up on stage. They looked really good. I guess that's a bit of a hint. If I can get to it tomorrow, I will post that video tomorrow. It all depends. Got a couple other things to do tomorrow, which are, well, one of them, if everything goes well, that will be Tuesday's video. I just hit the very thickly sewn patch. Okay. I got a question. Is everyone watching Star Trek Discovery and The Mandalorian? I am loving them. What do you think? Who's watching? Let me know. I mean, I don't do spoilers, but I am willing to talk opinions on the show themselves without giving details of plot or story. That is the same thing pretty much. What am I saying? The problem is I've split my attention between talking and not stabbing myself in the finger with a stitch ripper. Discovery is awesome. Oh yeah. Oh, just keeps getting better. I really have a hard time waiting a week, but I mean, I'm so glad they didn't dump it all in one go, like with so many other. You get a series and you just binge it. I know if I had the chance, I would binge it, but I am enjoying it so much more not being able to binge it. I'm very grateful to not be able to binge it. Yeah, every episode this season is definitely is better than the one before. It's just I'm loving it. It really feels like Discovery has hit its stride. Like you go back and watch any Star Trek series, and the first season is, especially Next Generation. Some of the first season is just clunkers. There's just terrible. Some of them are really objectively. When you go back and watch them, they're terrible. And when I first saw Next Generation, when I was I in high school? Yeah, I was not interested. I think it took. I don't know. Was I partway through season 1? I finally hooked in. It was up until season 2, maybe. I'm not sure. Discovery. I got to go back and rewatch season 1 and 2 because I don't know. I think it deserves a rewatch, especially the previous season. I just want to begin because I binged the other seasons, but now I appreciate it. Something to look forward on Fridays. Yeah. I started watching Discovery right from the beginning, and so I could never binge it. One episode at a time, and it works. It's just something about giving it a week between episodes. You just get to digest it and take it in, and it's better. Sometimes when you binge a series, you'll see connections because everything is fresher in your mind, and so you'll get details that you miss if you watch only once a week, but it still doesn't seem to be as rewarding an experience. I think the first time, watch it once a week, and then maybe after you've waited a few months, go back and binge a rewatch, or binge it when you rewatch. Same thing with Picard. I loved going through Picard. One a week. Loving that. Hint, hint, herpetitube. So, yeah, loving Discovery, loving Mandalorian. Although, the second season of Mandalorian is so good, except for episode 2. I was kind of bored by episode 2, actually. But 1, 3, and 4 have just been great. Okay, I hit the sleeve opening. This one's gone a lot quicker. It's just like anything, you do it, you get better, you get faster. Oh, I'm so going to stab myself here if I'm not careful. That was a tight stitch. This is the tightest spot. The whole kimono. Oh, well, there you go. A little bit of gentle pressure, just rip the stitch right off. There you go. At first, you don't succeed. Pull harder. I don't know if that's good advice or not. Oh, well, that one's coming apart. Okay, there we go. There we go. Just got a few more to get, and we're good. Okay. You know what I could do sometime this week, maybe? Load the computer back up and make one of these into a tie on a live stream. If anyone's interested. I stabbed myself. Lightly stabbed. Not. I don't think I actually broke the skin. Just poked myself in. Okay, I can't justify claiming, putting the stab tag on it. Just lightly poked. You know what I say? If you don't lose any blood on a project, you're not trying hard enough. But in this case, I don't really want to bleed on the material. So I'm going to take it a little slower. I've also got stuff to make out of wood, projects I want to do, stuff I want to make out of cardboard. There's all kinds of stuff to be made. I don't have enough time in the day. I need to be full-time YouTube so I can just make all these things I want to make and make videos of making all these things I want to make. I need more subscribers. I need Patreon patrons. And then I could just be making videos of me making for you guys. So I could be making all the time. That would be so much fun. Let's see. I actually set up a Patreon page and then never really pushed it at all. So I think I've had a Patreon page for over a year now, and I am still at a good total 0 patrons. Maybe I'm going to set the record for the longest time without any patrons ever. I think this one looks about perfect. I cannot speak properly. I actually sounded rather Scottish there. I don't see any stains on this piece at all, so that is beautiful. Okay, found one small one, but I think that is not a problem. I can get a good piece out of there. And if I'm strategic about it, I can get a good piece out of there too. And I'm not sure if that is pattern or some kid drew on this in marker. That might be marker. But it wouldn't matter. That spot there. Yeah, that looks like bleeds. That looks like it was a marker. But that spot there, if it was part of the tie, pretty sure that'd be folded around to the back. You wouldn't see it anyway. That'd be okay. Oh, I think we might give in and get Disney Plus subscription because the kids are interested in it. My youngest wants to see The Mandalorian, and my oldest is interested in ESPN part of the bundle. Oh, you get ESPN there. We do not have ESPN as part of the bundle here. That's unfortunate. One of the things I am really irritated with Disney is I got a PlayStation 4. I got that actually from a doctor for doing some sound recording stuff for him. That was my compensation, was a PlayStation 4. And it has a Disney Plus app available on it. And we've had something here in Japan called Disney Deluxe way longer than Disney Plus has been available in North America. And we signed up for that. And the Disney Plus app doesn't work with Disney Deluxe. But Disney Deluxe is no longer Disney Deluxe and has changed its name to Disney Plus. So it is Disney Plus in Japan too, but the stupid PlayStation 4 app still tells me that Disney Plus is not available in my area. So I'm in a place that's had a Disney streaming service longer than North America. It now goes by the same name. After it changed over to Disney Plus, it got the National Geographic content too. And I still can't use the PlayStation 4 to stream Disney Plus. Kind of irritating. Okay, so I got liner and panel. This is the sleeve panels. I will be able to get probably 4 more panels out of the kimono's main body, I think. I can figure out which way is up. Yeah, 4 more panels. So potentially 6 ties out of this. So I must have gotten 8 out of the adult size kimono. Or more if I do the swatch thing, Swatches in other. Whoa, okay, that is That is a not nice stain. Well, you know why this was headed for the garbage, but I can work around that. It's all good. I mean, there's a few spots that aren't really usable, so you don't use those spots. I still get some good ties out of this. Cool. So yeah, there's no ESPN on Disney in North America. Sorry, on Disney Plus in Japan. It's almost 2 a.m. My brain is not running at peak efficiency. I don't know if we even have ESPN in Japan, so it's definitely not part of the Disney Plus service here. Have you downloaded any of the PS4 updates? Maybe that will trigger. No, it's always updated. Doesn't make a difference. I've tried it. I've updated the PS4's operating system. I updated the Disney Deluxe. App doesn't work. It auto updates. I've got it installed, and every now and then every couple of weeks I'll try it, just hoping maybe they've realized that they can set it to work on Japan too, and it just doesn't do it. I mean, the Disney Plus app works on my phone, but not on PlayStation 4. And there's nothing about ESPN here. Home gets me nothing. It's going really slow. I'm probably using up bandwidth from the live stream. I gotta be careful. It's not really anything. I don't want to take the bandwidth away, but it generally shows Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, and now also National Geographic. So no ESPN. I'm not a big sports fan anyway, though. I probably wouldn't watch too much of the sports. Although when the World Cup rugby was here, I was really getting into that. I like watching rugby. I could become a regular rugby watcher. Had to go start lunch. It's just come up to noon here. Yes. Well, it's 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then you're in the same time zone as I'm from. Because 14-hour difference. It's 2 a.m. here, and tomorrow's Monday, but tomorrow's a national holiday, so I don't have to worry about work. Yay! So Surly Ogre's back. I'm actually just about to sign off. It's 2 a.m. We've passed an hour. I have detached 2 sleeves. I'll probably just take the rest apart offline. And does anyone want to see a live stream tie making? Let me know. Let me know in comments or on Twitter or on Facebook or Tumblr, although I don't think anyone actually uses Tumblr anymore. I still just post videos to Tumblr. I don't know why. I don't think anyone actually looks there. Anything else? Instagram. I'm on Instagram, but don't use it so much. Yes. Oh, I guess that's a yes for wanting a live stream time making. That could happen this week. If it did, I mean, it would be a weekday morning for me because that's when I have the most time, which would make it a weekday, nighttime. Say I started at 8 a.m. here. That's 6 p.m. there. So, excuse me. I don't think it would be that early. Probably more like 10 a.m. here, 8 p.m. there would be more likely. We'll see. I'm not making any promises on that, but that is a possibility for this week. Okay. And yeah, if I do, I'm going to say, yeah, I will use this second sleeve panel because I think that's the better of the two. Actually, I use both. I use the if I can get two nice bodies out of a nice clean one, use the dirtier one, choose clean sections to use for the tails, that might work quite nicely. I might do it that way. So I'm going to be using both sleeves. Okay, well, good night. Have a good week. I'll be up for time making video too. It wouldn't have to be a live stream. Yeah, I know. It's just one thing I like about live streams is that I don't have to edit them later. What I'd probably do is do the live stream. I've done this before. I did the live stream, then downloaded it and time-lapsed it, and then put an introduction and a conclusion to it, a regular, to post it as a regular video. I might do that too. If I do the time making live stream, I will make a time lapse of it after, so you can watch just the time lapse version if you wanted to. Do make some templates to fit. I have tie templates I made out of cardboard. Actually, the 5-ply cardboard, so they've lasted because they're 4 years old. I found them back; they're upstairs, so I have the templates to use for my ties. Not sure how long the cardboard will last, but I'll use that for now as long as it lasts. Oh, okay. I definitely have to end. Oh, I'm just out of gas. I'm out of gas. So everyone, have a good day. And thread or something in the throat. Hopefully I will have at least another live stream this week and some other videos. Definitely look forward to oh geez, I'm blanking. Look forward to a couple videos. Yeah. Okay. I'm out of energy. And let me know if you are interested in buying a tie on the Etsy page. Let me know. I will post that very easily. Okay, I gotta go. Good night. Say hi to my mom if I talk to her. I will. I hope to talk to her soon. She actually got corona, but she's better. She only got a mild case, thankfully, and she's doing better. So, everyone, Okay. So, everyone, have a good day. I'm definitely signing off now because I'm about to fall asleep. Good night. End stream. Yes.